Okay, I'm here with Dr. Ayompe. Ayompe, right? Because
Yes,
they
yeah,
messed up your name, and so
yes,
he's doing the first stage of the presentation of the Eyang Atem Ako electrification and portable water project, which is what we are very serious about nowadays. We know that people not having potable water and electrification is really actually a human right abuse. And since we have a government that does not care for people, we need to really take these things seriously and take matters into our own hands. I asked Dr. Ayompe to videotape this, our first encounter, so that the people back home and abroad in the diaspora can be energized and take these things seriously. One, we don't have one single person who is a wealthy person who can finance these projects. But I know that collectively, if we put our interest and focus to it, we can come up at least with partial resources for this project to go on. So thank you, Dr. Ayompe, for coming. And
you're welcome.
so I'm doing this clip, like I told you, in the interest of Eyang Atem Ako people,
Okay.
for them to see that this thing about water and electricity is something that is serious and we must embark on. As I have told them many times, when I was still a very young man, just when I started my life, I'd been contributing monies in the village for this type of project, but it went nowhere. I heard bad stories of people using up the money for something else. Okay. So this time around, I don't know how much time I have on this world. I want to focus. I've done a lot of things for other communities. I want to focus on my own community now, the Eyang Atem Ako community. And no one person can do this if we don't have collective dedication and collective effort. So let's listen to you then.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Bini. My name is Dr. Lacour Mody Ayompe. I'm a son of Nguti, so we are just neighbors. And,
Okay.
Eyang Atem Ako is a place I know very well.
Okay.
And my late maternal grandmom happens to come from Eyang Atem Ako.
So, oh, great. So you're our son.
Yeah, so it's okay. Quite a coincidence. So my background is I have a degree in mechanical engineering,
okay.
And then I did a master's in energy and power technology, both in Nigeria.
Okay.
And then in 2006, I moved over to Ireland. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did a second master's in mechanical and manufacturing technology.
Oh, great.
And then I moved over to do a PhD in renewable energy.
Okay.
And the PhD was in solar photovoltaic, so generation of electricity using PV panels, mm-hmm. and then heating water with solar panels.
Okay.
So that's what I did in my PhD, so it's very relevant to this project.
Okay. Yeah. So you're the right man we need for the expertise knowledge.
Yes, and
okay.
Then I also did a lot of research work on energy efficiency.
Okay.
Deploying energy efficiency projects, and it would also be relevant to this project, as you would see.
Okay.
Because for you to bring in renewables like solar, mm-hmm. you have to first of all make sure that you're using energy efficiently.
Okay.
Because that will help you reduce the size of your system.
Okay.
So as I'm going to explain in the project proposal,
okay,
we would have to carry out an energy demand analysis.
Okay.
And make some recommendations on how you can reduce the energy consumption, the current energy consumption.
Okay.
So
right.
I'll just
go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just kick on with the presentation.
Okay.
It's the first phase of the Eyang Atem Ako electrification and portable water project. So this is just a proposal that I'm presenting.
Okay.
And in this presentation, I'm going to talk a little bit about the project, so just a brief description.
Okay.
I'll present some solar home systems, Then I would also talk about solar photovoltaic microgrid, because
Okay.
that's exactly what Eyang Atem Ako would need.
Okay.
A stand-alone microgrid.
Okay.
Yeah, that will be powered by solar photovoltaics.
Okay.
And then, since there is no potable water, I'm also going to talk a little bit about solar water pumping.
Okay.
And then I'll present the scope of the work that's going to be done in this first phase of the project, as
Okay.
well as an estimated cost of the first phase of the project.
Okay.
And then also present some project
timeline. Okay.
So in terms of the project description, and this I would emphasize that it's for the first phase of the project.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, most of you would know this. Eyang Atem Ako is a village in Upper Bayang subdivision of Manu Division in the southwest province of southwest region of Cameroon. So I think the motivations of this project are based on some problems that I've listed in the presentation. So the first is that Eyang Atem Ako is not grid connected, so it's not connected to the national grid, which means there is no electricity, so people have to run their own private either diesel or petrol generators, and it's really expensive for them to meet up. So there is no the people of Eyang Atem Ako do not have access to potable pipe bomb water. And these two issues I've raised, they contribute towards health problems. So it's difficult for the health center in Eyang Atem Ako to store vaccines and effectively provide health services. And lack of electricity and potable water affects economic development of the village, and it also affects personal comfort. So the people there cannot charge their mobile phones, and they can't live a decent life. So the opportunity that arises is due to the fact that there is a suitable solar resource. So I've done some research. I got some. We don't have weather stations back in Cameroon. But, we have some. You can get solar radiation data from satellite-derived data. So I'm going to present the solar resource, and it's quite suitable for water pumping and electricity generation. So in terms of the project requirements, in this first phase, we'd have to design a solar photovoltaic microgrid to provide electricity for the village, as well as design a solar water pumping system to provide potable water. So in terms of the solar resource, now if you look at the chart at the bottom of the slide, you would see how the solar resource varies. And it's maximum in the months of December, January, February, and March. So that's when you really have a lot of solar resource. It starts decreasing, and then you have the lowest around August. Yeah, those are average daily values for different months. Now that's really key to designing your solar solar electrification project. So the red line shows us the requirement for water pumping. So you would see that the solar resource that's available in Eyang Atem Ako at an optimal